Tonight, it's a go for some states as they implement a COVID booster shot in hopes of an extra layer of protection. Plus, pandemic unemployment benefits are ending, and experts say this will create a great opportunity for job seekers. And later, a quick text could prevent a dangerous situation. We'll introduce you to a new app created to do just that.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Boosters will soon be on the way for people already vaccinated against COVID-19. Today, top U.S. health officials announced plans to disperse the additional shots they say will add protection against new variants. CBS3's Natalie Grant shares how some states have already given the green light to further protect their most vulnerable.
This is no time to let our guard down.
The long-talked-about COVID-19 booster shots are becoming a reality. As variants threaten the effectiveness of the vaccines, President Biden announced Wednesday the plan to further combat the pandemic.
Now, this will boost your immune response. It will increase your protection from COVID-19. And it's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise.
Meanwhile, for states like Wisconsin, they are already looking ahead as the State Department of Health gave the green light for immunocompromised people to get an additional dose.
But what this really is a third vaccine for people who are not getting that immune response from just the two because of their circumstance.
From undergoing cancer treatments to getting an organ transplant, Ranchi says there are many things that could suppress your immune system and make you more susceptible to the virus. And with cases rising and schools starting soon, the message remains the same. Get vaccinated if you can.
We still have half the population not vaccinated, which then makes room for the virus to come and to replicate and to cause trouble within our schools. And again, we want kids in school, but every time we have an unvaccinated person, we have a risk of them being a host for the virus.
The CDC plan calls for booster doses 8 months after people get their second shot of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. The booster doses could begin the week of September 20th. And in Wisconsin, they are recommending immunocompromised people talk with their doctor before scheduling their third dose. Meanwhile, Minnesota health officials released a statement today about booster recommendations from the CDC. They say they should be available in Minnesota starting the week of September 20th. And they added the third dose must be prescribed. Some Wisconsin universities are putting more mandates into place to protect their staff and students from COVID-19. Today, the University of Wisconsin-Madison announced they will be mandating weekly testing for unvaccinated employees and students. Testing will begin on August 30th. In a news release, university spokespeople said anyone who refuses will be held accountable, but did not specify what that would entail. The university instituted an indoor mask mandate earlier this month. The extra COVID unemployment benefits for people all over the country will end on September 6th. Those benefits include a $300 weekly bonus check for those who are self-employed. That's on top of typical unemployment benefits. As that deadline quickly approaches, CBS3's Quinn Gorham talks about the impact it could have on a local level.
As much as we have the tables, we don't have the staffing to accommodate to those guests.
Boomtown in Duluth opened for business earlier this summer. Like many others around the country, their restaurant has been the victim of staffing shortages during the pandemic. According to General Manager Taylor Golseth, they've had to make some changes to account for that.
We don't want to turn people away at the door. We have had to do that just because our top priority here is to give people a great experience, and we realize that that doesn't occur if our ticket times are getting longer.
Elena Fauché with Duluth Workforce Development says that widespread work shortage could actually be good news when the extra COVID-related unemployment benefits end on September 6th.
It's a great time to be a job seeker. There's some really competitive wages out there. Employers are offering hiring bonuses, are offering flexible schedules, are offering all kinds of things to try to attract workers.
Fauché says she doesn't think the extra unemployment benefits are the main reason for the staffing shortage.
It's not that UI benefits are holding people back from working. It's other things. It's fear of contracting COVID. It's that, kids are out of school. There's quite a few people who decided to leave the labor force.
Something that Golseth is aware of and hopes can change soon.
But I don't see that as the only obstacle 2 people applying in the restaurant industry because of the uncertainty of it and all the closures that we've faced. I just think people are much more comfortable with careers right now that offer a bit more stability.
Gulseth says Boomtown was only recently able to open for 7 days a week, and they're still on the hunt for more staff. Even with COVID rates of transmission continuing to rise across the country, the federal government has not announced any plans to extend those benefits. Well, Peter is here for our first check of the weather. Peter, we are halfway through this week, and it has been a hot one every single day.
We have not been able to escape that heat all week, it seems. There is some relief at the end of the week, but first we have to get there. But another hot one for sure today, with most places getting close to that 90-degree mark all across the region. As you can see, high temperatures across the region. We're downright hot. 87 on top of the hill at Duluth International, 91 in Superior, 90 in Grand Rapids, 93 in Big Fork, 92 in International Falls. That'll make it 4 consecutive days of 90-degree heat at International Falls. So they're officially in heat wave territory. 86 in Ashland, as well as 88 degrees in Ironwood. And you also probably noticed that humidity a little bit as well. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but we're still talking about dew points in the low to mid 60s, which is definitely noticeable. We have the winds out of the south still, not nearly as breezy as they were this afternoon. Out of the south between 4 and 8 miles per hour tonight. That is what's causing all the smoke to blow north, and that's why we have an air quality warning in place for the northern portions of Lake and Cook County, and that was still in place until Friday at 3 o'clock. When there seems like we could see some rain shower as well as thunderstorm activity to cause that smoke to dry out a little bit. We'll break that all down coming up in just a bit. Kristen?
All right, thanks, Peter. The battle against the large and growing Greenwood fire continues. The latest size estimate puts the wildfire at more than 4,000 acres. It's burning about 15 miles southwest of Isabella. Forest officials say the fire was burning quickly this afternoon, but there have been no additional reports of evacuations or property damage. Crews are fighting it from the ground and from the air. More people and resources arrived and were briefed tonight. A public meeting is scheduled for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It will be held at the Wolf Ridge Environmental Center in Finland. We'll bring you the details of that meeting tomorrow night on the CBS3 News at 10. Well, people displaced from their homes often struggle to meet their basic needs. That's why the Red Cross established a temporary evacuation point at the Finland Community Center. It's for people who had to leave their home because of the Greenwood fire. They provide food, water, shelter, and health services at the facility. Volunteer Rod Winters is used to providing disaster relief across the country, but this fight hits closer to home.
I wish I never had to provide this service here where I live, but sadly enough, we have fires here as we do other places.
So far, no one has had to use the shelter facility in Finland, but volunteers say they're ready to help just in case. When you send your kids off to school each morning, you expect them to come home safe. The same goes for heading to your place of worship. But over the last decade, new data from the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension shows both of those places have faced an increase in threats and crime. Now the BCA has a new app meant to put an end to it. CBS 3's Abigail Smith shares how it works.
See it, say it, send it. That's the new smartphone or mobile device app the BCA developed to help collect tips about threats made against schools or places of worship across the state. Superintendent of the BCA, Drew Evans, says it will focus on preventing people from acting on their threats and stop any violence before it occurs by notifying targeted facilities and law enforcement.
We want to rely on you to share information about threats to our schools, religious facilities, so that we can work together to stop the plan before it's carried out.
So how does it work? Everyone has 3 options when submitting a tip: a quick tip, detailed tip, or chat tip, which can be anonymous. Anyone can open the app, put in information on a person, vehicle, a description, and a topic. Special Agent Brian Marquardt of the BCA says the app does not replace 911 and isn't for immediate response.
It is not a 24-hour answered tip application. It will be Monday through Friday, and we will have on-call over the weekend and during the evening hours.
Anyone who shares a tip will get notified if it was received and be able to upload pictures, videos, or any other detailed information you have.
This is another way for Minnesotans to share information and help keep our communities safe by working together to identify threats of violence before they occur.
BCA leaders say the app is just one step law enforcement and citizens can take to keep their community safe.
The BCA says access to the See It, Say It, Send It app will not replace already existing precautions at schools or worship spaces. We have more details about how to download it on your smartphone or access it on your mobile device on our website. A lawsuit has been filed against police involved in violent protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The suit was filed by the family of two men shot and killed during civil unrest over the police killing of Jacob Blake last August. It accuses local law enforcement and officers of facilitating the attacks that killed the men. Kyle Rittenhouse allegedly shot and killed Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum that night and injured another man. Rittenhouse was 17 at the time and traveled from his home in Illinois to join armed individuals in Kenosha. Those who were armed say they answered a call from a local militia to protect businesses and protesters. Following the deadly shootings, witnesses allege Rittenhouse walked up to Kenosha police and officers didn't take any action. Rittenhouse will be tried as an adult. His lawyers claim he was acting in self-defense. He is charged with 6 criminal counts, including first-degree intentional homicide. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, mask up if you need to travel. That's the message from the TSA. We'll break down the announcement next.
And the almanac for today shows that we are definitely running a rainfall deficit for both the month and the year. Nearly 1.5 inches for the month and 6 inches for the year. But there is some rain in the extended forecast. I'll break down that threat in just a bit.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS. Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99, get 3-year special financing and pay nothing down with nothing for sales tax and nothing for shipping on brands like Thomas Cole and Luxuria. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Get your snowplow from the experts at JM Auto Service. We are Western Snowplow headquarters.
I've known Dr. Cummins for a long time. I really trust his decision-making, his surgical skills, and he was a big part in the reason why I decided to join Memorial Medical Center.
The reasons that I like working with Dr. Signorelli is we have a similar mindset and that we are driven by outcomes and wanting to improve on a daily basis. And it's nice to have someone with his level of expertise that you can refer to, or when they have more complicated or complex problems or just questions in general. It's nice to have someone that you trust that you can refer to who's just down the hall.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our team has many years of general surgery experience and is the most experienced robotic team in the Northland. We are committed to providing the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker. We offer our surgical care at multiple hospitals and surgical centers, and most insurance plans are accepted.
Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
Get something for nothing at Home Seasonal Concepts. When you spend $4.99, get 3-year special financing and pay nothing down, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on select outdoor furnishings. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
If you plan to travel this year, get ready to mask up even if you are fully vaccinated. The TSA is extending its masking mandate until next year. Passengers must wear masks on planes, trains, buses, and all other public transit. The requirement was scheduled to expire on September 13th, but will now run through January 18th. The Association of Flight Attendants president believes this is the right decision due to the current COVID surge in the United States.
We're very disappointed about the place that we're in with this pandemic, but we really appreciate the backing and enforcement from the federal government.
The extension comes after the Federal Aviation Administration reported more than 2,000 incidents of passengers violating the federal mask mandate so far this year.
And it's shaping up to be another mild night across the region right now. Currently in the Twin Ports, 75 degrees right now with that southerly wind in place at 6 miles per hour. And temperatures across the region is definitely a warm one all over the place, with some still even in the 80s, or like Baudette still coming in at 80 degrees. Bemidji 79 degrees, 73 right now in Hibbing as well, 72 in Solon Springs. Looks like the cool spot is Superior as well as Grand Marais coming into upper 60s right now, and 73 right now in Ironwood. We also have that humidity in place in the mid and upper 60s, so it's not great sleeping weather once again. Probably going to want to have that air conditioner running, just because with temperatures in the upper 70s as well as kind of the dew points giving us humid feeling tonight. Not a great night for sleeping weather once again. The good news is there is some relief in sight. We just have to get through tomorrow as well as the first part of Friday. Tomorrow looks to be the kind of the hottest day of the week we've seen so far. I think most of us will get to that 90-degree mark, especially in Minnesota. I think even the Twin Ports will get to that 90-degree mark, which we haven't seen yet. International Falls probably getting close to 95 once again. That'll be their 5th consecutive day above 90 degrees. The cool spot, again, is up the North Shore, because we have that southerly wind in place, which means they're dealing with a little bit of a lake breeze. We start off the day on Friday pretty hot, with temperatures in the upper 70s as well as lower 80s. But then temperatures absolutely take a nosedive. For high temperatures Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, we're talking about temperatures in the 60s for a good portion of the day on Saturday, as well as lower 70s. So the temperatures are on their way down. We just need to get there first. What's causing those temperatures to drop is this kind of rain front that's beginning to work its way into the region for Friday night into Saturday. But first, tomorrow looking good once again, just hot at that, with mostly sunny skies overhead. And that's how we'll start off the day on Friday as well. As you can see, Friday during the noon hour, basically most of us just looking at partly cloudy skies. But as we head towards the 9, 10 o'clock hour, you begin to see some thunderstorms creep into the region. Those will begin to work their way further and further east as we head through the night on Friday. But the good news is it looks like we begin to clear out towards Saturday afternoon. And I think Saturday afternoon we could even begin to see a little bit of sunshine. But there is a severe weather threat when it comes to these storms. Right now, the area highlighted in that green color, is a level 1 out of 5, so marginal risk. The yellow is a level 2 out of 5. So the biggest threats with these storms that we're looking at right now, possibly large damaging hail as well as strong winds. But first, your forecast for tonight, no storms, just a clear and mild night at that. Temperatures fall back into the mid and upper 60s as well as lower 70s for some. Down Wisconsin as well as the UP, we're looking at the mid and upper 60s there as well. Highs for tomorrow climbing close to 90 degrees for down in Wisconsin as well as the UP. I think most in Minnesota will meet or exceed that 90-degree mark. And here's how that 7-day forecast shapes up. Right now, as you can see, Friday into Saturday is that rain threat. Then we dry things out nicely for Sunday with temperatures in the 70s.
All right, thanks, Peter. People could drink beer and play Legos tonight, all while supporting a good cause. The Duluth Family YMCA hosted Pints for a Purpose tonight at Sir Ben's. The event raised money for the Y Community Services branch. They provide summer camp and after-school activities for kids. Organizers say they serve between 1,000 and 1,800 kids each year, making a big difference for families in need.
High-quality after-school programs really make a big difference for kids, specifically kids who are living in low-income households. So it gives kids an extra snack and meal after dinner, after school. They also get the chance to get help with their homework and do different fun enrichment activities.
The Y also provides weekly barrier-free food access at 4 locations around Duluth. They've served 100,000 meals since the start of the pandemic. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, at 19 years old, many of us are still trying to figure out what exactly to do with our lives, but one young pilot is already fulfilling her dream.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Want to lose fat quickly? Lose up to 1 pound of fat a day.
My name is John. I've lost 38 pounds with Healthy Systems USA, and it's the easiest program I've ever done.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
At UCare, we get asked, who are our health plans for? Well, we're for people just starting out or retiring, longtime Minnesotans or new arrivals, people who are down to earth, down to business, or up for whatever. We have plans for dog lovers and cat people, individuals and families, butchers, bakers, and you get the idea. Climb aboard. UCare, people-powered health plans.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, but you get the gifts. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. You get more nights and more savings the more you spend. Get a 2-night hotel stay plus an extra 10% off when you spend just $1,000. So go ahead, get that new furniture and the trip.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
The 130th Carlton County Fair is August 19th through the 22nd in Barnum. Check out free laser tag and reptiles all 4 days. Thursday is 4-H Day and tractor pull. Friday is Senior Citizen Day, the dairy show, and oval races. Saturday is Military Day, 4-H horse show, horse racing, and the demo derby. Sunday has horse racing and figure-8 races. Enjoy free entertainment on the grounds every day. Check CarltonCountyFairMN.com for a complete schedule. Let's get back to the fun in 2021 with the Carlton County Fair, August 19th through the 22nd.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Park said so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a 6th sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Pay no interest for 72 months, plus current eligible Buick owners get $500 purchase allowance on 2021 Buick SUV models. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
I have lost 25 pounds and I'm still going strong. Super easy. You follow the program and you lose weight. It's just that simple.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
When you watch CBS3, you get up-to-date team coverage. Online, on your phone, and on the air.
6 o'clock this evening as we enter the overnight.
Right down to your neighborhood. For local weather coverage you can trust, tune to CBS3.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3. Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
A teenage girl from Belgium is on a high-flying adventure to break a world record. But flying into the history books is just part of this young pilot's mission, as CBS's Ian Lee reports from London.
Zara Rutherford's dream is finally taking off. The 19-year-old is on her way to becoming the youngest woman to fly around the world solo, and it doesn't stop there.
And when you think of a pilot, you don't really think of a woman, you think more of a man. And I'm trying to change that a little bit. I'm trying to get girls to, be interested in flying in aviation.
She left Belgium Wednesday in her light sport plane. You could almost say she was born to do this.
My entire family are pilots. My dad is a pilot, my mum is a pilot, even my little brother's a pilot. So it's really, in the family.
Her journey will cover 5 continents and 52 countries in just a few months. All the while, her nervous but supportive parents will track her progress.
Very aware of the risk, but I think she needs to fly away. It's her dream and she needs to live it.
For Zara, it's not just about landing in the history books, but leveling the airfield.
Hopefully inspire other girls to try and beat my record and then start competing with the boys.
To show girls everywhere, the sky is the limit.
The current female record holder for flying solo around the world is a 30-year-old Afghan refugee from Florida, while the men's record is held by an 18-year-old from Britain.
That's crazy.
Ooh, I mean, I was just like, what do I want to study in college at 19?
I know, I was making sure that I could run on time in volleyball practice. That was my only priority.
Exactly. Insane.
I mean, you consider that a sport, and in sports,
Definitely.
the AHL, the Rochester Americans add a Bulldog to their roster, and 2 NFL coaches put a spin on a family affair during their preseason practices. Ira Real in Sports next.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
When building, you hire a team of specialists to ensure your house turns out exactly as you imagined. Major financial transitions like retirement deserve the same level of care and craftsmanship. At MPPL Financial, we assemble a diverse team of experts to develop a plan to ensure you only have to retire once. Call today for your free second opinion consultation so your retirement turns out exactly as you imagined. MPPL Financial. Answers to the most important questions of your life.
I chose a career that isn't easy, it's dangerous, and it's hard. Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College has set me up with everything I need to succeed. Through challenging classes, longer defensive tactics training, and instructors who work in the industry, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is setting me up for success.
Access North, over 35 years of service.
There's a lot going on, so you need someone who you can really trust.
Access North has been great in giving us guidance on how we can give him the best quality of life. I think the staff, and not only the back office side, but in the daily life side, has been great.
Now offering traditional PCA services, personal care with complete administrative support. Call Access North today.
At Culver's, we never tire of crafting fresh frozen custard right in our restaurants.
As soon as I'm like, who wants Culver's custard? The kids are already running out the door.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Here's your custard. Always rich and creamy, always sure to put a smile on your face.
It's more than just a special treat. It's creating memories with my children and family time.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
Family time is custard time. Welcome to Delicious.
What does local mean to you?
To me, local means getting your news from people who you trust. I'm Kristen Baki, Chisholm native, UWS grad, and Twin Ports proud.
Local news for local people on Live Local CBS3.
Another Bulldog makes his jump to the next level on the ice. Former UMD defenseman Matt Cairns is lacing up his skates in the AHL for the Rochester Americans. The 23-year-old blue liner signed a one-year, one-way contract after making his mark in the 2020-21 season for the Bulldogs, where he tallied 6 assists in 28 games. He also helped lead UMD to a Frozen Four appearance alongside his veteran leadership. Prior to putting on a gold and maroon sweater, Karen spent his first 3 years at Cornell University. While in the Big Apple, he posted 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in 61 contests for the Bears from 2017 to 2020. In the 2016 NHL draft, Cairns was originally drafted in the 3rd round as the 84th overall pick by the Edmonton Orioles. After 9 years with the UMD men's hockey program, Jason Herter stepped down from his post as associate head coach in April of last year. He said he wanted to pursue other opportunities in hockey, and after a year off, Herter has found one. This morning, Herter confirmed with our radio partner KDAL that he's accepted a new job on the Western Michigan coaching staff. Herter will be staying in the NCHC with the Broncos, coaching under Pat Verschweiler, who took over after Andy Murray stepped down earlier this summer. Herter was with the Bulldogs for 2 national championships and 5 NCAA tournament appearances. Well, last week the Vikings welcomed the Denver Broncos into their practice facility ahead of their preseason opener. And this week the Packers are following suit. Green Bay welcomed the New York Jets to town for the first of 2 joint practices between the 2 teams. And there are some family ties between the 2 coaching staffs. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur's brother Mike is the Jets offensive coordinator. And Jets first-year head coach Robert Saleh and both LaFleur brothers coach under 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. Saturday's game is scheduled for 3:25. And with the best record in baseball, you may consider them the Road Warriors. Last night, Milwaukee won 2-0, tallying their 3rd straight behind 6 shutout innings from Corbin Burns. Game 2 of 3 between the leaders of the NL Central and the Cardinals was hosted in St. Louis this evening. It's about a 2 we go. Cards up 2-zip. Paul Goldschmidt nails a golden shot to right, just shy of a homer. Tommy Edman is welcomed at home for the easy score on the double. Cards lift lead 3-0. Brewers up to bat looking for their first tally of the day in the top of 4. Willie Adames says challenge accepted. He sends his solo shot through first-class mail with extra postage. That'll be 22nd in a 3-1 ball game. It is crunch time at the top of 9. None other than Avi Garcia, who comes up big with his lightning bolt to left. That'll be a goner, a home run, and the ball game for the Brew Crew 3-3 at last check. They were still tied in the top of 10 going into extras. And at Target Field early this afternoon, the Twins and Indians are back on the diamond to decide who takes the series after Cleveland took Game 2 last night. Taking to the top of 4 where the Indians lead 4-1, Twins Miguel Sano sends one soaring to the upper deck, leaving a young fan very happy. Sano's solo shot cuts Cleveland's lead in half, 4-2. Now to 5 runners on corners, and it's big Miguel Sano again with the big high-flying rocket to center. That'll tie the ball game at 5. Twins would score 5 in the inning with 6 straight hits to lead 7-5. 2 extras we go. Bases loaded and Jorge Polanco unloads. And we are all singing hip, hip, Jorge as he scores the 3rd walk-off winner in the Twins' last 3 wins, 8-7. And that's a wrap for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Hi, I'm Deb. By April 2016, I had lost 85 pounds. It was a very easy program to do. Blood pressure has gone way down. I feel great.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
The health of the Iron Range is our passion. That's why at Fairview Range, we do everything we can to keep our community healthy and safe. Our compassionate team is always here for you and for each other. No matter what, we step up because that's just what we do. We are here for you, always. Fairview Range, we're here.
Real encounters with God are life-changing. Join us Sundays at 11:30 for The Message of Good Hope and learn how you can reach your highest potential through a relationship with Christ. Only on the Duluth CW.
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.9% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
If you're worried about spoiling your dinner with any of our dollar sliders from 2 to 5 p.m. at Arby's, do what I do. Order a dollar shake to take your mind off it. Arby's, we have the meat.
1, 2, 3.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Want to lose fat quickly? Lose up to 1 pound of fat a day.
Started my weight loss journey with Healthy Systems USA Easter weekend. By the end of October, I have lost 92 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.